Hey guys, Peyton Snake here again, and in this video I'm going to talk about the worst movie sequels I've ever seen. Now, some of them I do own, some of them I don't own. I have 13 movies I want to talk about that are the worst sequels written on this paper. Now, some of them I probably don't like because it just doesn't connect to the other ones. Alright, let's just get started. The first one is Jason X, part of the Friday the 13th series. I mean, I didn't like it. I mean, because it doesn't connect to all of them. It just doesn't. It was more like a Terminator movie or some shit like that, but it was just dumb, is all. Alright, number 2, it's, Seed of Chucky. Now, I mean, I loved part 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, part 5 was alright, but doesn't make sense. It kind of does connect to part 4, but doesn't make sense because in part 4, Jennifer Tilly's in it. Because she died in part 4. But yet, she's on there on part 5 because in part 4, she died, and Chucky wanted to, turn her into a doll. But yet, in the sequel, or in Seed of Chucky, shows her on there, not dead. If you know what I'm talking about. That's hard to explain, but... Alright, number 3. It's, Halloween 3. Now, I can most definitely tell that people thought that movie sucked ass. I mean, it's not even like Michael Myers or anything. It's not even like that. So, I don't even know why the director will make something stupid like that, because it does not really connect to part 2. It was just crap. I mean, you guys probably believe me. If you've seen that movie, you probably think it sucked. Alright, number 4. It's the Puppet Masters parts 2 to 6. Now, the first one, the original one, I loved that one the best. Part 2, it was okay. I just didn't like it. Part 3, same thing, it was okay. I mean, all of them does connect to each one of them. In part 4, it was okay, just didn't like it. Part 5, same thing, I just didn't like it. And part 6, same thing, just didn't really like it. But part 1, I like that one the best, but like I said, parts 2 to 6
Are you okay?
just doesn't make sense. Just didn't like it as all. Oh, Scream is on, isn't it, Dad? The first one?
Yeah.
Alright, number 5. Number 5 is, the Slumber Party Massacre parts 2 and 3. Now, the first one was the best, but then when they made the sequel, part 2, part 2 and 3, they don't even connect to any of them. They don't even connect at all. I mean, it's just that they had different killers on there, but mostly it just didn't connect. It just didn't make a whole lot of sense. Alright, number 6 is, Where the Red Fern Grows 2, which, I did love the first one, which was made in 1974, I think. It was made in the 70s, but I'm guessing it was made in 1974. But part 2, it it did connect to it a little bit, but not a whole lot, though, because, you know, the character Billy, he's like a kid in part 1. In part 2, he's a grown-up. In part 1, he has 2 sisters. Part 2, it only shows one of his sisters. I don't even get it. But sequels could be stupid these days. Alright, number 7 is Creepshow 3. Well, I only watched like a few seconds of it. And I turned the damn thing off. It was stupid as crap. Because it just wasn't like part 1 and 2. I mean, I like part 1 and 2 the best. The one like has the picture of that skeleton guy in it. Yeah. Part 3 wasn't even like part 1 and 2. Number 8 is KILLJOY 3. Now, I didn't see the new one yet. KILLJOY Goes to Hell, but I have part 1 and 3. I just need to get part 4. Part 1 was the best. It was. Part 2 was the best too. Part 3, didn't like it. It was silly. It's not really like silly, but it was like more of a comedy more than scary. Speaking of scary and comedy, the next worst sequel is Scary Movie 2. And and that's number 9 on the list. And I mean, I love the rest of the scary movies, but like it's a parody. But I usually like the parodies that makes fun of the movies that I like. I like when it makes fun of. Like, for example, Disaster Movie makes fun of Alvin and the Chipmunks. And I like that movie. Like that, but it just didn't make fun of stuff I liked. Alright, number 10 is Freddy vs. Jason. Probably most people seen and maybe like it, but the same thing. It just doesn't really connect to Nightmare on Elm Street. It doesn't connect to Friday the 13th. It just doesn't. Alright. Number 11 is BASKETCASE 2. It wasn't that I hate it. I mean, it was just the ending. The ending was full of shit. Part 1 was good. I loved that one. It was. Part 2 was just crap as all. Alright, number 12 is, STUART Little 3. I love the other 2. I didn't like part 3 that much because it was mostly animated. The other 2 were like the originals, like I mean the other 2 weren't animated, but part 3 was. Yeah. Alright, and the last one, number 13, is DR.DOLITTLE 2. I just don't like that sequel is all. I don't know. I don't know why I don't like it. I just don't is all. Alright, and this was that's the worst movie sequels I've ever seen in my whole life. And yes, I am working on the extended version of Aaron Paul Bradley's Having a Tantrum. I'm working on it. Yes. And hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. Peace out.